right, what's happening, good people, man? This is your man Antuan, right? Welcome to another dope episode of High Class Boss Talk with Antuan, presented by Apex Couture magazine, sponsored by Just Right Consulting. Right now, man, I got somebody very special in the building, man. This is exclusive. You guys better take advantage of this, because you know we finna chop up some game. Go ahead and tell them who you are, big homie.
You already know, man. It's your boy Papa Duck, holding down from Florida for the Zoes and real ones.
That's right. Damn right. Damn right. So listen, man, we're gonna go ahead and just set the tone real quick, man. You're a platinum producer, platinum artist. You know, you've been around for a long time, been doing your thing in the game. Here in the state of Florida. Everybody very fond of you, man, and your face is gator everywhere you go. You know, you switched it up with the music, man, because you know there are topics that we need to be covering, and you know, right now the game is really toxic. So to set the tone for what we're gonna be going into, talk to us about your track "Wake Up" and why you felt the need to drop that.
You know, very self-explanatory. I just felt like it was just time for the industry or the streets for something like that.
Yeah.
And the stuff that I'm talking about is real. Like, this ain't no joke. This ain't no plaything. You know, you got people putting their life on the line for this type of information. And the record itself just speaks to people, man. It's time for people to wake up, man. Like, for real. We can go as deep as you want to go with it.
Let's go. So listen, first of all, I want to talk about this digital currency thing. You know what I'm saying? We know about crypto and right now it seems like they really not for that, because it can't really be regulated. Exactly. So you know, let's dive in to the whole reason why they want to go digital currency.
Oh man, with digital, they'll be able to control everything. They'll be able to control the money you spend. Ain't no more hiding no money. Ain't no more hiding no money on the ground in the shoebox. Yeah. Everything you do, they'll know what you're doing. They'll be able to consider what type of person you is. As far as like business, you got businesses that buy data, and like I tell people, Amazon uses these same. They use what you do on Amazon. They record everything you do, and they kind of categorize what kind of person you is. So they know what to sell you. So they cross-reference you with millions of other people with the same patterns and say, well, you likely to buy Coors beer. Why? Because you liked it, a Coors beer ad, or you talked about Coors beer. So they really get ahead of your decision making. So with digital currency, you got to understand, bro. Like we just said, money ain't backed by gold no more.
That's right. Let's go.
Money ain't backed by gold. And it was just like gold was just too heavy to carry. So what they did, they took the gold to the bank. The bank gave you some notes, and it was in the same thing as if you got that gold. But the crazy part of this, we've been using money so long till they took the gold and they backed by money no more. You know what I'm saying? They backed by gold no more. But what it's backed by now is the belief that it's worth something. That's even crazier, because they done took a step even further with the digital currency.
That's right. And what y'all don't know is when you spending the paper dollar, right? Is and it was the go between with the barter system. That's a promissory note, so it's like a promise to pay.
Explain to them what the barter system is.
Yeah, the barter system. Yeah. So the barter system was like, let's just say I had cattle. Right? And you had lumber. Right. We'll make a trade. I'm gonna get you. Exactly. I'm gonna throw you this, you throw me that. Exactly. And that's how everybody was eating. So just like my man always talk about, if you watch his page, they had to get a go-between. They had to get a middleman type of deal. Put the money between. Yep. You know what I mean? And it's not real. It's not real. I know y'all niggas like to hold little money phones up, and that shit ain't real at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, it's important that we understand these things and where they're going with it. Because this digital currency thing, man, I hate it, but I use it too much. And now all my money is, on the screen. Yeah. But they also be having access to your accounts to be snatching money and shit. Of course. Yesterday I went and paid for some gas. They charged me twice. And then when they charge me twice, I'm showing them. I'm like, look, man, y'all charge me twice. They told me, oh, well, damn, we can't do nothing about that right now, man. You got to wait in. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy where they going with it, man. And then plus with the homeless folks, that's gonna be an issue with them as well. Cause you can't
strippers too.
Yeah, oh yeah. How they supposed to? Damn, man, ain't think about that.
Strippers too.
So I ain't been to the strip club in a minute. I'm married man and shit. You know what I'm saying? I deal with a lot of beautiful women, but I ain't been there in a minute. So what the fuck gonna do?
I don't know, man. Like I said in the song, "Wake Up," I say, well, I think I put this in another song, man. Where I'm talking about, oh God, got cash out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they doing now. So and like I said, we just scraping the surface, bro. Yeah. It's really deeper than that. You got to understand how brainwashed we is, bro. If you go build a house, I always use this as an example. You go build a house, took you 9 months, traveling to and from work, fighting the traffic, putting your kids to bed. You doing a whole song and dance, right? When you finish building that house, all they gonna do is give you some zeros in the system. They putting zeros on your sweat equity, which you can't put a price on. But we so brainwashed, we won't look at it like that. All they gonna do is say, go look at your bank account. Numbers is numerous. That's why they can play the lottery so many times. Once they get all that money up, then they'll say, okay, you won 6 million, billion, whatever, and tax half of that. It's just a game.
Bro, listen, that lottery is, I learned about that lottery game, man, in like 04. You know what I'm saying? And I was playing the scratch off. I had won like $50. Well, when I won that $50, I was over there on Texas Ave. I'm back at Chevron, buying a little ticket. Man, bro, listen, and I was like 23 back then. I had just had my little daughter, so I won that 50, and then I went back and I kept buying them shits, right? Yeah. So when I ain't win again, I said, where all that money going, man?
Facts.
All that money I'm spending on these tickets. That where the money be. That where the money come from, man. Yeah. And it's really the older people. Man, when you go in there, you got an old head. You got he buying 100 of them. You know what I'm saying? And they swear by that shit. So you got to look at some of the ways that these people use us. They use us to build all of this stuff, especially black folk. But let's talk about these smart devices, man. That's something that you talk about a lot, and how everything is on the grid and how they use that. Man, break some of that shit down. I love when you do that.
The smart equals control. So the more smart devices you surround yourself with, the more control they got over you. Meaning, the Ring cameras. Amazon coming out with a movie that's based on events that happen on Ring cameras, because they got access to what you got access to. Same thing you see, they see. People got to understand, the more they do for us, the more they control us, and the more we become like cyborgs. And what a cyborg is you just half human, half machine. We basically that now, because we use our phone for everything.
Everything.
So
when I got the AET system, so I got the camera in the house, outside the house. And when the guy was explaining it to me, and of course he didn't know who the hell he was talking to. It was like, but don't worry about it, because you guys are the only one who have access. I was like, dude, I understand. I understand. I know what this shit is, and I know y'all watching. And I tell my wife and I tell my children, I'm like, listen, y'all walk around, everything y'all doing now. They watching everything we're doing. They listen to every conversation.
Everything.
And listen, it goes so far and so deep like this here. You might be sitting there talking about some shit, then get on your Facebook feed and that shit pop up.
Because it's going off of what you... Voice recognition. Bro. Oh, man. Voice recognition. Same thing they did with Snapchat. All these filters. They got 5,000 data points. From the front of your face to the back of your head. And not only that, they can trace the way you walk, the way you strut. They can tell who you is. This is the type of data that they have on us.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Dog, it was a dude that was in China. China got what we call WeChat. WeChat is like they PayPal, Facebook, all in one. Buddy say, China had that point system, that credit system now.
Yeah.
It's coming here. But dude say he jaywalked. And by the time he made it across the street, they had to identify him, find him, and took the money out of his JPay account before he made it to the other end of the street. All because of computers. I'm gonna say cameras. And that's coming here.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it's cameras damn near on every corner here in Orlando.
Of course.
We're in the pocket with the Orlando area. Even like Pine Hills, mm-hmm. I see them bitches on every corner. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really nothing that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, now I don't know. You know, if anybody that follow my platform, y'all know I don't really talk too much. Maybe I might talk a little shit on Twitter, but I just post basically what I do. Just post my magazine, things of that nature. You know, everybody. Majority of people, you know, you get on social media and you being social. You telling, you know, motherfucker telling their whole life story, everything. Mm-hmm. You are literally, we're giving up all of our information to people that we don't even know. We don't even know when you got this phone in your hand, and that's something. When I got out of prison, this first thing I was like, man, these phones and shit. I'm like, what is connected to? Like, what is it connected to? Really? I'm like, who the hell is behind this shit, man? Yeah. And you know, when I talk about that shit, niggas don't nobody really want to talk about it like that. But you know, we need to be aware of these things, and that's what the whole purpose of what we doing now is about. And definitely, man, you gotta follow my man Papa Duck channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I hollered at some of my partners from Duval last night, and it was like, yo, bro, I ain't seen bro in a minute. I said, bro, shit, bro, poppin'. Hey, what you looking? You know how the dudes and niggas in Duval be. I'm like, bro, you looking for the, remember the bootleg, remember the tape, CDs and shit. Yeah. Like, nah. I'm like, bro, go follow him on YouTube, and you know that man dropping that game, because I feel like we ain't got no time. We ain't got no time for this. So we ain't got no more time. I mean, and it's cool to have fun. It's cool, you know what I'm saying, to do your thing and even get in on some of that music. But before we go to our break, let's talk a little bit about the music, man. I mean, come on, man. Like, at this point, and I'm gonna give you my perspective. Mm-hmm. We gave our culture away. We create things, and I'm talking about black folks. We create everything. Then we give it away. Yeah. We allow everybody to and once we allow them to come in, they don't know nothing else to do but pervert it and exploit it. That's it. They don't know no other way to be. They're gonna make money off of it by using it at the same time. So right now, you know, I love hip hop, man. I got a music note tatted on my face. You know, you know, those of you that know, I used to be in the rap game. But dude, it's like when you listen to a record now, before the end of the first verse, man, nigga done killed 187 ops.
I say that. I always say, if you can listen to a song, go to a playlist of new music, whatever, right? First time you hear somebody shooting, killing, go to the next song. You'll never make it through that playlist. You damn sure ain't gonna make it through a song. Cause like you say, they don't even rap about women no more.
That's what I'm saying.
Killing, bro. Come on, bro. Like,
bro, come on, bro. So here's the thing about that. How is that related? How many of y'all out here that's watching us right now, that's under the sound of our voices? How many of y'all done killed somebody? How many of y'all are really out there living like that? So how is that relatable? You see what I'm saying? So I know back in the days, now I don't want to be biased. I know back in the days, you know, we had, our artists did talk about that. But when you was listening to Ball and G though, when you was listening to Ball and G, when you was listening to Outkast, when you was listening to Wu-Tang, when you was listening to UGK, there was always a message. There was always a message in the music, man. Like, you ain't even got that, man. You ain't even got that. Now, I sift through and find certain artists that's giving it, but it's not popularized. So talk about why these artists are elevated in the algorithms like that.
I mean, the thing is, like I said, it goes deeper than that. Basically, once prisons became private, record companies got behind these businesses.
What that was, about 92?
Yeah, right up around that time. Y'all probably go and see one of Bone, I think it was Crazy, I think it was Crazy Bone. He spoke about a meeting. I was telling him about, you know, and he right, you know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is, once the prisons became private, right, the record companies started putting up money behind prisons. And what they did was, just like what they said in the Willie Lynch letter, turn the young against the old. That's why they gave the rap game to the young.
To the Jits.
You can't tell a Jit with $300,000, $400,000 nothing,
nah.
right? Now the Jits leading the Jits. Nothing but, I'm talking about nothing but gangster music. Leading them clean to the jailhouse or the grave. And they get paid off every end. I'm talking about, bro, every end. When a rapper die, everything go up. They scream more. They make more money. The insurance that they put on rappers, because you can put insurance on anybody or anything you invest in. And you gotta understand, there's no educational hub when it comes to music. From the time I entered music, all you hear was this shit is rushing in the streets. And it is, because like I tell a nigga, what's more powerful, gun or paperwork? Paperwork gonna destroy you. Right now, Muhammad Ali, his name is owned by a company that's owned by a Jew. And they're trying to sue his daughter, which is Layla Ali, because they name so similar from her selling her product. We talking about a female that's from one of the legends and she retired undefeated. See what I'm saying?
Wow.
This is what paperwork does. You talking about a group of people that don't give a damn about the legacy you built. We just want to make money off the name. How is that possible? See, this world is driven by evil, bro. Like,
yes.
I'm trying to tell y'all, when you dealing with people that don't got good in them, ain't nothing. It's like people you know. Some people ain't got no good in them. People that run the world. Lucifer is their God. You got to understand this.
Yeah.
It really common sense.
If you look at things right now, and we're gonna close out on this for a break, but if you look at how things is right now, it's pretty much good is bad, bad is good, up is down, left is right. You know what I'm saying? It's like you if you talk about, you can go on social media right now and say, man, I love a beautiful black woman, man. Ain't nothing like a beautiful black woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Boy, they'll eat your ass alive. Especially if you're somebody that got a platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's looked at as bad.
Everything backwards.
But listen, we're gonna wrap up real quick for this small quick little break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back, man, to chop up some more game. What's happening? I'm Antuan, editor-in-chief of the now two-time award-winning Apex Couture magazine. I'm about to put you up on the newest location where you can pick up the latest issue of our publication. Plus, you can get draped up and dripped out in the latest fashion. Come on, let's go. As you come in, you will notice that you got the latest in the authentic quality drip. I had to say that slow so y'all can get that, man. Look around. Not only does C-Line have the latest in the quality drip that you need, they also got the accessories that you need to go with that. So once you do your walkthrough, get everything you need, and you got that bucket of sauce ready to splash all over the place, stop by and grab your copy of that. Apex Couture magazine, C-Line apparel, this one hell of a connection that you don't want to miss. Welcome back. We're back with the big homie Papa Duck, man. We've been chopping up some real good game, man, and just talking about things that a lot of people don't like to talk about, man. We ain't in here talking about no rap beefs and all that dumb shit, man. I don't really do celebrity gossip. Anybody that follow Apex Couture magazine or subscribe to my publication, only thing we do is uplift. It's all about black excellence. Right. Main reason. If we don't take control of our narratives and tell our story, they gonna do it for us. Yeah. And when they do it, everything gonna be a twerk fest. Yeah. First thing you gonna see is somebody booty cheeks clapping, dog. Right. First thing you finna do is see a pride rainbow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that is not the representation of who we are. Right. You see what I'm saying? So we want to talk about the film directors. We want to talk about the content creators. We want to talk about the black doctors. We want to talk about the black tax preparers. We want to talk about people like them that really make the world go round. But what we want to talk about right now is a touchy subject that I love to talk about because I'm not beholden to this shit no more. Right. Religion. Bro, man, what's your take on that religion, bro?
Religion. I ain't gonna lie. Religion is definitely one of the biggest problems we have. I always tell people this. I look at it like this. if God was white, then why do we be treated the way we be treated by white people? Whoa. That don't make sense. Another thing is this. I tell white folk this. If you walk around your whole life as a child, and then when you go, you see God in the image of a white man, and you walk outside and see white people, you'll never understand the trauma from that.
Man, listen, that's why you treat these people like God. That's why you'll go hard, you'll go in on somebody that look like you, but when it comes to them, you got all the sympathy in the world. You know what I'm saying? And with me, what I did was I started studying. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things didn't make sense to me. When I did that, I started to cross-reference. And I also found out that there are over 4,200 religions worldwide. So a lot of y'all don't know that because they don't push that, or they make you think that certain religions, this religion is the religion. They ain't nothing but a bunch of games, man.
That's it.
Now, what I did find as a positive, as I cross-referenced Christianity, Islam, Judaism, I studied Taoism, Buddhism. The main thing that was the common denominator was karma. In Christianity, it said you will reap what you sow. Taoism is don't swim upstream. It's all what you do, the energy you put out is what you're gonna get back.
Right.
So that's what I got from it. All that you need to suffer while you on earth, and then and when you die, so you mean to tell me I gotta wait till I die?
Yeah. Common sense. You gotta die.
But you let somebody build their heaven here on earth and point to the sky for you. You know what I mean?
Turn the other cheek, love thy enemy.
So that right there. Listen, that turn the other cheek. Listen, if you want to live like that, cool. But who does that? Who really does that?
Listen, we're gonna go a step further, right? Listen, Jewish people, their religion is based on their business. So whoever wrote the construct of religion, they knew if black folk religion was related to their business, we'll be the most powerful people in the world. But they gave us hope.
Oh man,
they gave them business.
Boy, he just dropped you hear me?
They gave us hope. Oh, God gonna fix it, God. Bro, that's poor language. That's a poor person's language. People don't understand people don't understand that words are spells and how you put spells on yourself. God gonna do this. God gave you everything you need.
Everything you need. And listen, so not to offend anybody, even though I know somebody gonna be offended, but I really don't give a shit because a lot of times you can't control how people feel. People like to be in their feelings. But God gave you everything you need.
Everything.
You got power in the tongue. You can speak things into existence. And you sitting around saying what you don't have, what you can't do. All of that stuff you're gonna have. You're gonna see it manifest in your life.
Simple.
Yeah, it's real simple. So, with all the money that go into the churches, what is it really doing for our community?
Nothing. Listen, Dr. Umar said something. And I'll never take this away from you.
And Umar is my cousin-in-law.
Right. Oh,
my wife's cousin.
Okay.
So I know him.
Listen, the man said something so powerful. I'll never forget. He said, black folk go to church Sunday, put all their money in the church Sunday. Monday, the church take the money to the bank. The bank loan that same money to white developers to come to the hood. If y'all know what gentrification is, that means to come tear down the hood and build up so you can't afford to stay there because that land is way more cheaper, and move you out. So you basically participate in your own demise and don't even know it. But this comes from just basic brainwashing.
Yes.
Like you say, the church. Put like this is another thing too. If we've been going to church all these years, we're talking years, ain't nothing changed.
Nothing.
Something broke.
Something broke, man.
Something broke.
Listen, and I remember being a kid. I'm 41 now, man. I remember being a kid and being told like, you in the last days, boy. You in the last days. That sky finna open up, and he coming soon. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this here, boy. If you still sitting around waiting on that white dude to come out that sky, I'm sorry, man. I said it. I had to say it, but there's a thing called slavery. Man.
They put you can only obey your slave master and God in the Bible. Took that out, and this is not what they put when it comes to government, right? They say that when you disobey government, it's like disobeying God because God created government. That don't make no damn sense. That's why I say, bro, if you ever, let me show you this book. It's called The Hidden Tyranny. Go find that book.
Man, I think I just seen somebody talking about that.
Go find that book. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you how y'all can get these books for free. Go to zlibrary.com.
zlibrary.com. Y'all remember that.
A lot of these books for free online. You know what I'm saying? Go find that book, and you will see in that book how the guy who wrote the book, Jewish, he killed him. But they tried to say it was some other people, but because of the stuff he talked about, like you say, you probably saw that same post. Go get that book.
Yeah.
Go get Quiet Weapons for Quiet Wars. That's why I say people these days are so ignorant, and ignorant just means you don't know. It sounds real harsh, but the people that's controlling us are the very people that's oppressing us. If somebody trying to control you, they'll never give you the keys or the enlightenment to overthrow them. That shit don't make sense. So we got to get from their schools. We got to get. You know the biggest killer of us today? Sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
More addictive than cocaine.
That shit, I put that video up twice. Sugar is 8 to 10 times more addictive than cocaine. Every time I put that video up, they took it down within an hour.
Wow.
That's the stuff you need to pay attention to. And you got to understand, when you don't control nothing or own nothing, you can't paint the narrative. Yeah. We following them till they the fruit of they drum. You know what I'm saying?
And that's something I want to touch on. How he just spoke on when we say certain things, how they take our videos down, because we have to understand that that's these folk platform. You can't tell them how to run it. I see people complaining on Facebook all the time, or they like, oh man, I ain't even do nothing, man. Listen, you in these people's house, man. You won't go in nobody's house, and it don't matter if it's fair. It don't matter. It's what they say. Exactly. And if you begin to shed light on certain things, they gonna shut your page down. Listen, man, I'm on my 4th Twitter account. I'm on my, I believe my 4th YouTube, because see, when I got started in this, I was just thrown into it.
Right.
So I got on there, I just started talking.
Going in.
And especially being fresh out of prison, everything I learned, I was saying. And next thing you know, page gone. Yep. I'm like, damn, I'm reaching out to them. Google told me years ago, we don't have to explain anything.
And that goes, you can reference that with the rest of the world. You got to understand, when you don't own nothing, you don't control nothing. And you got to understand what psychology is. You got to understand what cognitive dissonance is.
Oh, man.
All these different things. Like, these people control us to the point when they had the whole scandemic going on. You had families not allowing people to come in their house because of this shit. Bro, if you go watch this documentary, just came out called Died Suddenly. It's on Rumble. When you watch that documentary of all these the coroners, the shit that they was finding in people. Wow. The very people that told you go do this, go do that. That's why I say, man, it's you born into a world by default. You at a loss. A lot of people I don't even have a conversation with a lot of people because it's like
you can't. And that goes back to cognitive dissonance. I learned about that a long time ago, and basically what that is everything that's been drilled in you and been indoctrinated into you. You know, that's what you gonna believe. And if you got the color green, you know that to be green. But if somebody come along and say, nah, that's actually blue, you gonna fight tooth and nail. Like, man, they ain't know that green. You gonna fight and you gonna reject it. And that's what happens with us, because from the time you born and the time your parents sign their birth certificate and you sign a social security number, you're a ward of the state. You're part of this corporation. And man, I don't even know if we got the time to go to all of the stuff they do behind the scenes with your birth certificate and your social security number and the man. Listen, man. So it's crazy, man. So let's talk about this though. This is another thing that I like to touch on, because it's a lot of land out there, water, electricity. We pay for this stuff, and we pay every 30 days.
Every 30 for the rest of our life.
Bro, touch on that, man. Touch on it, man.
I always use that as an example on how brainwashed the world is, especially the people that go to church. Like, y'all so for God, why do y'all let these people sell you water that God put here for you for free? Land. You ever heard of eminent domain, where you really don't own no land? They can come take and run a highway, park, anything through your land, and it'll happen plenty of times. And this is what I don't understand. We march to the beat of their drum. You feel me? And like you say, cognitive dissonance from the time you born to the time you die. That's why I always say religion is your mother, business is your father, because those two things is what you're gonna run across your whole life. They're all based off those two things. But like you say, you have to understand, bro, what psychology is, how the brain works. And this is why they had you going 100 miles per hour down the wrong road. It don't matter if you got a PhD or MED or whatever. It don't matter, bro.
I like having these conversations, man, and that's why it was an honor to have Papa Duck, the big homie, come through and chop it up with me, because these things make people uncomfortable. And like when you hear that, because you got people going, they going to school. Mm-hmm. You going to school and you studying and you going hard to get these degrees. But there's evidence now. Now, years ago when you said this stuff, people could really get pissed because you didn't really have the evidence to back it up. But there's evidence now to show that people be going to school for this shit and they ass working at 7-Eleven, man.
Exactly. My brother went to school for one thing, now he's doing something totally different.
Yeah.
He went on, and the thing about it is you got to understand, like, back in the day, we used to work, families worked for families until they brought capitalism in. Capitalism just means to capitalize. How you work for your family? No, we broke that up. Now you work for us. You got families of 8, 10. All 8 or 10 of them working for somebody else. Don't even know. Probably never meet. This is why I say we have to unlearn and relearn. And the way this comes from Rockefeller, when he invested in what they call the GEB, which is the General Education Board. He put millions of dollars into that so he can manipulate the curriculum, because his whole quote, and if you study anything about him, his main quote was, we want to raise workers, not thinkers.
Wow.
Think about this, like, why would they tell you, see, we all stuck in the middle of everything. The world will tell you, be with one woman, be with one man, but it reflects, like you say, twerking, Megan Thee Stallion. You got a young girl walking around to my wet ass pussy, this and that. Same thing with food. Be healthy. Do this. But on every corner is fast food.
Fast food, man.
Somebody got to it's common sense, bro. The people that's running the world can care less about you. And we just, bro, when I say scratching the surface,
I think we probably gonna have to do a couple more of these, man. Because you know what I'm saying? Because when we start talking about the food, right? You going in the store, you buying watermelon, ain't got no seeds in it. Grapes, everything, nothing got seeds in it. And it's at the point, and I just seen, I think I seen the Ghetto Boys shot Willie D. Scarface. I seen a couple more people talking about that. At this point right now, if you ain't growing it, if you ain't raising the cattle yourself, you go to the grocery store and you buy it, man. It ain't real. None of it's real. All this food fake. All of it's fake, man. And how long you expect to live?
Monsanto. Go look up Monsanto. That's the company that they had the Million Man March about Monsanto. Never televised. Like they say, the revolution will never be televised. They'll never promote it. You'll never know about it. These are the people pumping the GMOs. Go look at in India how many. It's gonna blow your mind. Go look at in India how many farmers have committed suicide. We're not talking about 100.
Wow.
We talking about thousands committed suicide. The farmers. And when you find out why, this is the America that y'all say go vote for, that most of y'all don't even know what the hell voting is, don't know the difference between the Democrat, Republican. You don't know what, anytime it's two sides, it's gonna be all type of chaos, and you're gonna always be stuck in the middle, and they funding both sides of the war. Yes. The main thing we gotta do is scrap everything, build our own schools, put our own system together. These people manipulate us in ways like, we never told women to wear makeup. We never told y'all to wear long hair. Y'all ain't never told y'allself that y'all go off what you see. I'm telling you, the world ain't what you think it is.
Man.
Period.
Man, listen. I was I had seen a post about China's algorithm,
TikTok,
and what they allow
their kids
to see, and what our children allowed to see. Now listen, I know this to be true because my son, I go, me and my wife, we go through and we check our children. You know, we check their messages, we check and see what they're checking out, right? my son Instagram, he's in the anime and video game, but still somehow, some way, when you scroll that boy feed, somebody twerking.
I just wrote a song about it. And the thing about it is, that's another way they control us. So before a woman say, a man is this and a man is that, you have to understand who controls what we do and can't do as a man. You feel what I'm saying? When I'm saying like, and it's like, other people hustle different. You have to understand that your environment got a lot to do with what you, your choices you make or can make. And like I tell people, welfare was created for white women. A lot of people don't know that. That's when the men went to work and the women stayed home with the children. When Rockefeller tried to get Aaron, which is a TV director, he's dead now. Aaron spoke about this conversation he had with Rockefeller. Rockefeller asked him, what do you think about the women's movement when it was, women equality, women want to vote, women want to work? They pushed that whole agenda on all these women for two reasons. One reason was they was only able to tax men, right? Because women weren't working. Remember, women was getting paid welfare, they weren't working. And the second reason was, if the man working and the woman working, now the child can be put into school at an earlier age for what? Indoctrination.
That's
to be brainwashed. So they got our kids at an earlier age. You know what I'm saying? And Dame Dad said some real shit. He was like, your child, you're going to be the only person that love that child in this world the most than anybody. Why would we give this child to a school or to somebody, a stranger, for majority of the day? For 12 years. And they say, we got to go to school. No, we don't. School is a 12-step brainwash camp.
That's right. And man, it's something else. It's something else I want to touch on before we get ready to close out. That's a topic that affects and impacts a lot of the lives of men. Child support. So, before I found this out, and I think I seen you cover it on one of your videos. Before I found this out, I remember years ago when my last child was born, I was talking to my baby mama and we was talking about child support, whether she was gonna put me on it or not. And even before I knew of this information you had put out, I told her, I said, listen, our government don't never do nothing they don't benefit from. I'm like, I don't know how, because she's like, how? What you mean? When you send the money, it goes straight to it goes straight to me and this and that. I said, but I guarantee you, it's some kind of way these people benefit, because they don't give a damn about my little black child. They'll shoot his ass in the back. So, talk about how that system works.
I'll give you two main reasons. One, when you become behind in child support, right, and you have to pay, they only make you pay a certain amount so that you still gain interest on the back end of that money. It affects your credit. They'll take your driver's license, your hunting license. It cripples the man to even be in the position to take care of the child, for one. But two, it takes away the time to spend with the child. A lot of people can't afford to pay child support and pick their son up and spend that money on the side with them. They got to, hey man, I sucked that in, now I got to wait till that come before we go get them some shoes. Like, it's the time you spend with a child. That definitely gonna become, and when you're dealing with emotions, you know what I'm saying? It's like child support is an invisible gun. Women be emotional because of the situation, might got a new chick, whatever the case may be, they gonna pull it out. And because look, and the money ain't no problem. I'm gonna give you an example why. Terrell Owens had, one of his cases. One of his baby mom was getting 20 grand a month. The other was getting 10. When she found out the other one was getting 20, she went back for more. The thing is, these people sit back and cripple us as a community.
Yes.
And in the end, don't nobody wins. Okay? The child don't win. The father don't win. The mother don't win. And how I know? Because I've been on it.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
And understand, to retrieve and disperse those funds, they get paid.
They get paid for hell yeah. They get paid for that.
They get paid for that. So that's what it was. One of the main things I said, as soon as I found that out, I was like, I knew it had to be some kind of reason why these folks go so hard.
It cripples you.
Yeah, because you. I remember one of my partners, man, in Duval. He had got custody of his daughter. So they were in court, talking about the child support situation, and they had to cancel, they had to terminate it because he got custody of his daughter. The judge talked to this man the way the judge talked to this man. The judge said he got custody of his daughter, and the judge was like, "So you think he's some big shot? You got And the man like, dude, I'm just here to get the shit terminated, man. And they did not want to terminate that child support.
I'm gonna tell you how you right. When me and my son mama went in to do the termination, you know, the judge asked me one question: who I am? Are you such and such? I said, yeah. He told her, did he threaten you? Listen, man, it's me telling you this. I can't even make this up. Did he threaten you? Did he threaten to take you off? He said, oh, you know, a handshake ain't as good these days, because once you take him off his paperwork, the money that he owed. Bro, he went in on her not taking me off. Like, this is his business. He get paid from this. It's only, judges ain't even real. Like, bro, we can go so far.
All that shit is fake.
All that shit is fake, bro. I'm telling y'all, and I'm telling y'all this. The more we let these people control us, I'm talking to the women and the men. Mm-hmm. See, ignorance is no excuse. If you sit back and let a group of people tell you how to raise your child, that's on y'all. Damn the law. And that's why I say they ain't fight these wars for nothing.
That's right.
It's gonna have to be a war.
It's gonna have to be a war.
War brings peace. I don't care how you want to put it. We're gonna have to go to war with these motherfuckers. If not, they're gonna keep telling them what to do, and then people be putting that spell.
Yeah.
That's why you got people that work for Balenciaga. You got polices. When people run into Balenciaga store, steal all that shit, putting their life on the line for a family that's somewhere in Italy, sitting in front of their fireplace eating crackers, and the shit they stole got insurance on it.
Yep.
Why you think I'm gonna put my life on the line? You got, man. That's why I say the
world. That's why I understand you guys like, you guys like that political system, but I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. You can't vote this shit away. You can't vote it away. It ain't, I ain't saying that local politics isn't important, but you're not gonna be able to vote it away. So listen, man, I want to thank you, big homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we're gonna have to do a part 2, part 3, or something. You know what I mean? Because there are gonna be a lot more topics we need to cover. Right. We wasn't able to touch on everything. We just wanted to scratch the surface. But if you do follow, tell them your YouTube page. Oh man, go to just pop it up. PAPHDUCK. Facebook, pop it up. Facebook.com/ Pop It Up fan page. IG Pop It Up 561. Like I said, just Google me, man. Look him up and follow him. Go subscribe, right? And then you can go back and go into his catalog, check out some of the videos. There's great information. All of this information is information that will change your mind. Now, at first, definitely. it's gonna be a shock. It's gonna shock you. You know what I mean? And you might want to reject it. But you're going to want this information, because once you open up, and once you open that up to your mind, you can't close it. And then you're going to want more, and then you're going to be pissed off. You're going to be pissed off. Oh, yeah. Because once you understand what's really going on, it's going to piss you off. But that's why we're here to have these conversations. Right. This is High Class Boss Talk with Antuan. Brought to you by Apex Couture Magazine and Just Right Consulting. I want to thank you guys, and y'all make sure y'all stay locked into Apex Couture Mag on all of our platforms at apexcouturemag.com, Apex Couture Mag IG. Y'all know what it is, man. Right. I thank y'all again, and we're going to catch up with y'all. Definitely.